It's time for Contessa's Court with Wanda Julian. Wanda owns, creates, and runs 7 magazines. Each magazine is focused on health, beauty, and luxury. Her business motto is to share beauty and goodwill with the world. Now, it's time for the show. Contessa's Court.
Hi everybody, so glad to have you with us again, and here's Cindy.
Hi everybody, it's great to be back.
Yeah, we took a little break from filming. We do tape these ahead of time, and so it was nice to have a 3-week break. And now we're taping for 3 weeks again, so it'll be fun.
Yes.
And then we had like a big event happen in the last 3 weeks. Alex turned 21.
Yes, he did. My baby's all grown up.
Baby's all grown up, and we had the best time. We had this most amazing chocolate cake that Cindy got. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, we went to the Olive Garden because you're here to celebrate family, right?
Right. And that's Alex's favorite place to go.
By the way, Olive Garden, if you want to sponsor us, hook us up. We'll gladly take your money because we love you.
Right.
That food was so good. I had the tour of Italy, and I'm like, yes, I'm on the tour of Italy, all right.
Spaghetti and meatballs were the best.
Yeah.
Next to mine, of course.
Yes, it's true. You make really good spaghetti.
I do. I love my spaghetti, I gotta say.
Mm-hmm. You have to make it for me again. Although the next time you need to make me something different because we had spaghetti the last time.
Yep. We'll figure out what you want me to make, and then we'll get the ingredients and we'll make it.
Very good. And you don't like fettuccine Alfredo? Do you like stroganoff, like beef stroganoff?
I do. I just don't know how to make it. If I get a recipe, I can make it though. I can make anything as long as I have a recipe. It doesn't usually stay the same as a recipe. I usually add a little twist of my own to it, but I gotta have the Cindy flair.
Yeah, of course. That's really fun. Let's see. So I know you make really good food. I see pictures of it on Facebook all the time. I was like, I wish I was over there eating that food.
Yeah, well, we started making this new thing that Alex really loves, and it's taking the hash brown patties that you buy for like $3 for like 18 of them or something, and then hot dogs on top of those, and chili on top of that, and cheese, and you just bake it. Alex loves that. I like my hash browns cooked first, though, so that they're a little crispy underneath all of it. But he likes it all soft, so. But you wouldn't think it'd be that good on like hash browns and chili. I don't know, but then again, it is potatoes, and potatoes goes good with almost everything. So.
It kind of reminds me of chili cheese fries, but with hot dogs.
Right. Yeah, it's similar concept. It happened one night because we didn't know what to make, and I had forgotten to say anything out. And hot dogs, you can cook them from frozen. It's no big deal. So,
right.
We're like, well, we got hot dogs, we got hash browns, we got chili, and we always have cheese. So, okay, there we go.
That sounds really good.
Yeah.
I'm a pasta monster, and so is Skylar.
I love pasta.
So we should have something pasta-y. Do you make good lasagna?
I do.
We should wait for that in the fall, so it's not so hot.
Right. Yeah, because it takes a lot to make lasagna. I mean, unless I cheat and use the ready-to-use noodles that you just put them in dry and add a little bit of water, but I don't really like those as much. So I like to use the noodles you got to cook first. I think they just cook up better. But it's hotter. It takes longer, and your kitchen gets hotter. So, yeah, fall would be a good time.
Well, fall would be good.
Yeah.
And then you make really good stew, right? So that's a fall thing.
I do that in the winter time mainly.
Yeah, winter.
Yeah. I'm planning on doing that sometime after Christmas when Tiana and Dylan are here. And then when I make it, we'll have to have you come over too.
Yeah, I'd love that.
Yeah, and that way you can finally meet them face to face too, and not just Facebook.
Yeah, that'd be great. Okay, well, let's bring on our guest, LD.
Okay. Hi.
Hello.
It's nice to have you here with us.
Welcome.
Thank you for inviting me.
Welcome. And so, do you want to have a little chit chat first, or do you want me to start right into the questions? What would you like?
Whatever you prefer. I love chit chat.
Me too. As you know, we were talking about food, so we love food.
I was getting hungry because I haven't eaten today. All I've had was tea and water today, and so I was like, spaghetti, lasagna, beef stroganoff.
I know, right? I'm like
Olive Garden. I was like, okay.
You're like, when you're here, your family, when you're here, be hungry, please. Wear stretchy pants.
I enjoy cooking as well, so I was appreciating the conversation.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love our chit chat that we have. We have just the best time, and
yes,
it really is like we're literally sitting on our couches, because guess what? That's where we are.
Right.
And she only lives about a mile away, so we really could shoot in the same house, but it's like, I'm comfy here. I don't want to leave my couch right now.
Right.
It's just easier. And so what's your favorite food, LD, since we're talking about food?
My favorite food is, I think I'd say dessert.
Oh, yeah.
Dessert. I like pastas as well, but I love to bake, and so I don't do it much anymore, but I used to do wedding cakes, special occasion cakes, and so I love to bake. I make a very delicious cheesecake that I call Wanda's luscious white chocolate cheesecake.
Oh,
and
yummy.
I make different flavors and things of it, but it's, I like the pastry arts.
Oh, yeah.
I've taken a couple classes with some rather notable pastry chefs, I would say, and so that has helped. That's helped me. I just don't get a chance to use it much.
That's awesome. But you can make some fancy things for birthdays.
Yeah, I can make a few fancy things.
You're like, you're one, I don't care. Your smash cake is a cheesecake. Right? The baby won't appreciate it, but everybody else will. They're like,
everybody else will.
Oh, wow, love it.
That's it for sure.
Yeah.
I like to bake too, but I stick with pies mostly. That's kind of my thing, is apple pies. And then last Christmas, I did my first pumpkin cheesecake pie, which actually turned out really fantastic.
That's pretty good.
I got like one slice out of 3 of those.
I'm not a real pumpkin person. But I had something a few months ago, and I was very pleasantly surprised because pumpkin is not something that I do. I'm definitely on the sweet potato side of things, and so I was pleasantly surprised, I have to say.
I'm the opposite. I don't like sweet potatoes, but I like pumpkin. So.
Oh wow!
I'm the opposite.
Pumpkin, anything pumpkin pie. Although I'm not a coffee drinker, so I'm not like a pumpkin spice latte girl.
I don't like
but
that.
I am anything pumpkin. Pumpkin.
I like to eat pumpkin,
bread,
not drink it.
Pumpkin pie.
Yes.
With tons of whipped cream.
Yes.
I want to try your pumpkin cheesecake, Cindy. A big cheese.
Oh, I'm sure I'll be making it again this Christmas because it was a big hit. So.
Good.
Sounds good.
I want a piece.
Okay. I might even just bring you like a half a pie. Forget a piece. A piece is never enough when you like something, and I'm pretty sure you're going to like it.
Well, the only people that will eat it is me and Sky. Nobody else likes cheesecake.
Yeah, but it's refrigeratable. You know,
True.
each eat a slice one day, and then each eat a slice the next day. There's the half pie
I
gone.
love it. See. She's like, here's two pieces for each of you.
Yep.
Yes, I like her way of thinking.
Be generous, you know.
Yes. And Cindy makes the best apple pie besides my grandma Marge I've ever eaten.
Thank you.
Oh, really? Really?
Yes.
Yep,
Yes.
I am very particular about the apples I use in my pies, and I think that makes all the difference in the world. And
It
I
does.
have, you know, little secret ingredient which I finally let Wanda in on, but nobody
I
else
won't
gets
tell.
to
I won't tell.
know.
I think
And
I think every chef has a secret ingredient that they, they keep close to the heart, right?
Oh yeah, I do it with all of my food too. Everything I cook has something secret about it that I don't share very often. I'm very particular if I share it.
So if you ever do a cookbook, we'll know not to be like, something missing out of here. I know
Yeah.
there's another ingredient.
Pretty much.
Do the Cindy scavenger hunt. Like, what would Cindy do with
I
this?
know what the secret is, but I can't tell you.
Right. Nope. Secret.
Yeah. So let's start with the questions. Let's see how we're doing on time. We're doing good on time. Okay, how did you get into publishing?
Well, I got into publishing with my first book. I was thinking of a way to. I was busy researching for a way to publish my first book, and I was led to start my own company. Didn't know that I thought it might be like a part-time thing, that I just handle my books on the side. When I wrote a book, I publish it. But it turned into very much a full-time gig. It's been a learning gig. This is not what I did before. But that's how I got into publishing. And so I am the owner of Ladero Press, which is a traditional small press. And then I just launched Pen to Press by Ladero, which is what I like to call a pay to publish. The industry calls it vanity publishing, but I like to call it pay to publish. You pay somebody to help you, get your book along the way and get you published.
Okay, that's great. That's great. I love it. And what do you enjoy about being in publishing?
I would say I'm a reader, and I thoroughly enjoy all the different books that come across, my desk, and different stories, things that I may not necessarily gravitate for my own pleasure reading or my own, informational reading, but it is, I'm definitely a romance reader. And, yes, I'm definitely a romance reader, but I do just a variety. So at Ladero, we have 9 imprints, and we have books in most of them. I think save for 2 that we haven't published in, 3 that we haven't published in. But we have 9 imprints, and so that's really it's a lot of variety in terms of what you get across your desk.
Yeah.
That's good. Keeps it from getting boring.
Oh, very much so.
That's exciting.
Very much so. Never a boring day of publishing.
Good.
No. So what do you least enjoy about it?
I probably say when those mistakes come across, either stuff that, been forgotten on our side or stuff that's been messed up on the other side. Okay. And, those slow things down quite a bit because you really want to provide readers with the best experience. And so that may mean a shift in dates, a change in dates, a change in release, or updates to files, which typically cost more money. So I think that's probably the least thing. But I think more than that, our commitment to providing books that readers will enjoy is really paramount to me. because as a reader, I know what I want to see on the other side when I'm holding someone's book. And that is what we want to provide. We want to provide really a great reader experience and also represent the author as well.
Great.
That's amazing. Love it. And why should an author consider Ladero, I want to make sure I'm saying this right, Ladero Press or one of your other companies?
I think our commitment to excellence. As I said, I am a reader, and reading to me is extremely important. It is integral to my life. I am constantly reading things, particularly for work, but also I was a kid that grew up, by waiting, I'm reading the newspaper, the magazines in the doctor's office, the back of the cereal box, just whatever, just reading. And so I think when someone chooses a Ladero company, they are really choosing our commitment to excellence and to provide service, and something that we would want. If our name were on the front of the book, we'd be proud to have our name on the front of the book as well, not just on the inside cover, on the copy, on the copyright page saying that we're the publisher, or on the back. But if it were my name on the front, I would be okay with that name being on the front.
I love it. All right, we got to take a quick short commercial break. We'll be right back.
No matter what, our family always stuck together. First, it was just us three, Mommy, Daddy, and me. Then came my sister, French Hair 2, my brother, Melchizedek Malcolm X, and finally, baby Sarai. Daddy always cooked our meals and he played with us. There was always something to do, reading lots of books, practicing words and our ABCs, and learning our numbers. If love were money, we would have been millionaires. Mommy worried a lot about money. Sometimes we didn't have gas, lights, or even water in our house. When that happened, we'd barbecue outside. We'd go on scavenger hunts and find places to fill up water jugs so we could drink, cook, and stay clean. Time flies when you're having fun, especially tough times.
Produced for audiobook by Angie B. Productions.
When it seemed like the world had stopped, as if our normal would never be again. Confinement Chronicles.
Still, there were those who held fast to hope. These are their stories. From teachers to dads to nurses on the front line. They have chronicled their messages of hope. Confinement Chronicles, now available. Order today on Amazon, also available in audiobook or at laderopress.com.
Confinement Chronicles.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. And here's Cindy, and here's LB.
Hi, welcome back.
Hello.
Hi, welcome back.
Okay, so let's resume our questions. So tell us about your other companies.
Well, I have Pen to Press, which is pay to publish, and we do editing and editing incorporation, but we also assist authors in helping them through the publishing process. So if someone wanted to self-publish, we help them everything from setting up accounts with booksellers to websites, ISBN procurement, depending on what their appetite is. So whatever their appetite is for assistance, we provide packages for that. And we provide what we call our SAP service, which is single author publications, and our MAP service, which is multi-author publication services. And I also run Ladero Design Works, which was birthed out of Ladero Press, because I needed to be able to do my own website. And so that birthed a whole new business in terms of website development, social media, broadcasting, production, and just a whole different set of things, just because of me just trying to figure out what to do, and just really being led to do it. And that has been quite enjoyable.
Awesome. Awesome. That sounds great. And then,
It does.
What's new for your imprints?
Well, we have quite a few. We're getting ready to release our first fantasy novel next month, and that's under our Ladero fiction, and so we're really excited about that. And we have released Confinement Chronicles, which you just saw the commercial for.
Yeah.
And we've just released I Refuse to Stop Being Me, which is a Confinement Chronicles extraction for alopecia awareness. And so we just released that book as well, and it's available. And we have about, I don't know, probably about 8 more books we're supposed to get out by the end of the year. So we're working overtime. I feel like who's that who sings working day and night?
Yeah. Yeah, that's exciting.
I feel like that. I feel like that's what we're doing.
Yeah, I can imagine. That's a lot of work.
That is a lot of work, but it's amazing though. I'm a big time goal setter myself, so
Yeah.
to me that's like, yeah, I get her. Cindy has to reel me back in sometime, and I'm like, you better let that tether out, Cindy, because I'm going anyway, no matter what.
Sometimes I can get her to reel it back a little bit, not very often.
Yeah. Sometimes when you're working so much, people don't, there's an energy, I think, for the period that you're in. It doesn't mean that you keep that energy for all along, but there are periods when the energy level is high and you don't really feel the impact of it so much. It may seem strange to other people, but, you're running and you know where you got to get to. So you keep going, and when you get there, you finally realize you can take a break, and then you start over again.
Yeah. Right. Let's see here. I got more questions. What's out and what's coming? What's coming out?
Well, we have Between Fang and Claw, which is coming from D.R. Simpson, and that is our fantasy novel. We are privileged to republish the first 3 in a series called Isla's Diamonds, and we will republish those, but we will also publish number 4, and those will be out in December. And we have one of my own books actually coming out in October called Unpinning Fear in Exchange for Power, and that's going to be under our Inspired imprint. And we're busy. But our whole Chronicles, Confinement Chronicles series is out. And so there are 3 books to that. There's the original Confinement Chronicles, and all these are adaptations from the original audiobook that was produced. And we have Confinement Chronicles. We have Emerging from the Curve, which is a group of stories from children. And then we have I Refuse to Stop Being Me that I spoke about earlier.
Aww.
That's it.
Super cute. I love it. I love it so much. And then, let's see here. I ran out of questions. winging it.
That's what you can ask me anything.
Okay, so when you started your press, did you think it was going to be like it is now?
No, I had no idea. I really did. I think in hindsight, I can say that I probably took on my first authors too soon, not knowing what I was doing all the way. So, I realized that it was something I was supposed to be doing, but something I try to caution people is that even if you know that you're in the right space for doing something, there is pacing within the space, right? And so I did, and they've been very gracious to learn those lessons with me while I've been on this journey. But I had no idea. I really just was thinking I would publish my own books when I got to them. And honestly, I've done a few short stories. I've done some compilations from my own writings. But mainly my time is spent, we work with authors to really help them develop as authors. And that's extremely important to us, to not just put out work, but really help develop our authors so that they become better writers, become better storytellers. And so we look forward to seeing the maturity in what our authors do. Right. It's like picking up, a first, one of the original, say, still romance novels, right? Over time, you see the progression, just as she just became a better author, you see that progression in her writing. And we want the same for our authors at Ladero Press as well.
That's amazing. So, this is an interesting question that just popped into my head when you were talking. Now, how do you decide what's the best option, if it is a traditional press or if it's pay to publish? How do you decide that for the authors, or do the authors decide it, or do you decide it together?
Typically I decide that for, the authors themselves decide that. Okay. And if people want to self-publish, they've already kind of got an idea what they want to do and why they want to do it. Right. And so at that point, it's guidance and consultation to help them along the process. For example, we've assisted an author with his book, which he'd done. And so he was kind of at the end, and he needed to just finish the rest of the way. And so we stepped in and helped him finish it the rest of the way. Other times we've done the whole, really kind of worked along the entire process with authors who wanted to self-publish. And interestingly enough, we only just started the pen to press. And so we have a technically self-published author who is on one of our imprints because, we didn't have any other place for them to go at that point. But it's a conversation that I have when people ask me. I ask them, what is your end goal? Do you want to be the publisher of record at the end of the day? Or do you want to be the author of record at the end of the day? And so that is very important for them to decide. And basically it comes down to how much responsibility they want for the book, right?
Right.
That's really what it comes down to. Is like, do you want to be responsible for just this portion of the book, your authoring and making sure that, you do events and things like that? Or do you want to be responsible for everything associated with the book, keeping your records up, filing paperwork and all of that? That's totally is what they have an appetite for.
Right. That's interesting. Let's see. How does it work with like promotion of the books and things like that? What does the press do for that?
We do promotion. So we do social media. We visit bookstores and provide promotional copies to bookstores. We send copies in to major booksellers so that they're able to put them on the shelves, or at least sell them online, which is helpful because what people don't necessarily understand is that you can have your ebook through your account, but they don't always put your print up because they need to be confident in that your print copy is going to look good at the end of the day when the customer gets it. Otherwise, they're going to return it. And so booksellers are not in the business. It's a little easier for, say, formatting issues perhaps to be hidden in an ebook because of simply the way the text is and the text flows. But in a print book, it's there, right? So if something's off, it's off, and you can tell that it's off. And it's not a matter of a font change or anything like that. It's hard. It's a hard error if it's an error. And so having a good record of your books being in good shape for print makes a difference. And so we're quite thrilled that booksellers will put the print version of our books up as well, to allow us to for them to go in their stores, so their customers can go, even if they aren't on the shelf, their customers can still go and request it, and they will order it for them. And it's not something that they're really taking a risk on in terms of being returned.
Great. All right, it's commercial time again. We'll be right back. Thank you.
We're back.
from Inspired, the Alopecia Awareness Special Edition. Visit laderopress.com. 9 brave souls share their alopecia journey in this Confinement Chronicles Special Edition. Online everywhere. Hashtag I refuse to stop being me. The Alopecia Awareness Edition, encouraging testimonies birthed out of the 2020 pandemic. Stories written and compiled by Angie B. and Barty Productions. Published by Ladero Press. Inspired. Reading for the whole person.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Here's Cindy and LD.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hi. I love the commercials. I'm like, do, 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 do. I'm all dancing. And I do that with the countdown, too. I'm like, get a little dancing. So let's see here. I'm all wiggling my camera. That's probably not good. So what else do you like to do for fun, LD?
I'm a native Floridian, so I love the beach. And
Yes.
the beach is one of the places I go when I need to kind of clear my mind. And so that I love water, so either and the river might be closer for me, but I do love water, so I love to relax around water, and most vacations are planned around water and food, and water, food, and museums. And so I do love to cook. I enjoy being with my family immensely, and my friends, and I love to travel. Of course, with the pandemic, the traveling has been curbed, but I'm looking forward to going a few more places now, and hopefully, being able to do that safely is important to me. And so I wasn't going to rush anything because I want to be able to come back home.
Right.
Right. Exactly.
And I like shopping.
Oh, I love shopping.
I
Shopping
don't.
is the best ever. What?
I'm not big on shopping, so
I am.
Oh, wow. I don't do much of it now. I used to be a consultant, and so I was on the road for almost 20 years. And one of the things you do when you're traveling is you buy a lot of stuff that you may not necessarily need because you're filling time, but you may forget something, and so then you buy something while you're there because you need it, and then before you know it, you got 3 or 4 of those things because you've forgotten it 3 or 4 times, and it adds up. So since I've been home, I have not done much shopping because I literally could see how much stuff I'd acquired over those 20 years, and so I just go in and go shopping in my closet.
Yeah.
Yes, that I'm the total opposite. I'm that annoying friend or family member who's like, "Are you done yet? Can we go home now? Can we leave? Can we go here? Can we go there?" I just don't. I like to be moving more than I like to be shopping. I like to be doing things, and I find shopping boring and tedious.
I like shopping online. Now that's my friend.
Okay, yes, shopping online I can handle for short periods, but not for a long time. I'm just not much into shopping.
That's understandable. You gotta excuse me, my battery seems like it wants to go away here for some reason.
No problem.
So I am going to...
My sister's the shopper.
I love it.
Yeah, you've seen my house. Yeah. Well, you've seen my house and you've seen my sister's house. You can definitely tell who's the one who likes
your sister's house.
I thought you'd been to her house before. Okay, well, take my house and add about 20 times more stuff, and you've got my sister's house.
Oh, okay.
She's like a mini hoarder. She's like borderline hoarder.
Hi,
Love
Kim.
you,
I
sis.
hope you're not
Sorry.
watching right now.
She knows she is, but she's doing better. She's doing good. She's not like the dirty hoarder, though. She just likes stuff.
Stuff is great. I love stuff.
She loves her stuff.
Like, more stuff, the better.
Pretty much. Pretty much. If I need something, I know where to go. Go to my sister's house. Maybe that's why I don't like to shop, because I don't really need to. I just go to her house.
See, we have fun.
My sister and I tease that if we want something, we can just probably go to each other's house and get something.
Yeah, that's kind of how it is with me and my sister. Me, it's food. I don't eat a lot typically, but I like to have food in the house. I lived in Florida for a while. And you know, the hurricane season and all that. So I already hoarded food a little bit because of past issues or whatever. But Florida really impacted that when we wound up with no power, heavy storms, so you really couldn't get to a store to shop, and just kind of having to have large quantities of things because you never knew.
Yeah.
So that kind of impacted it. So I still really do that. So if they don't have a food item, chances are I have it. If I need some clothing item or some kitchen gadget or something, chances are they have it.
Awesome.
So that's probably a big part of why I don't like to shop, is I can just go to my sister's or call her and say, hey, sis, you got this or this. I really need it.
Awesome. That's great.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
No problem.
I am trying to do the amazing cord stretch right here,
Oh, yeah.
which doesn't seem like it's working too well.
It's all right. We're almost done.
Okay.
Can you wait like 1 minute? Will it last a minute?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
The thing is I have a new telephone,
Uh-huh.
and it's not as, I won't call the brand. It's the one that I have used multiple times before, but it doesn't keep a charge very long.
Oh.
And so I keep getting surprised because I am used to my other phone that I think will hold a charge long enough, because the percentage is fine, right? On my other phone, it would be 4 hours. And on this one, for some reason, it seems like it's 15 minutes.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah,
Well, well, it's been a delight having you on.
Yeah, just say
We
hi.
look forward to the books coming out, and it was a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you very much for having me. I
You're
enjoyed it.
welcome. You're welcome. And come back when you get your next book out. We'll interview you again, and you can hold up a copy and say, yeah, boop, 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 boop,
Okay.
all the things. All right. Well, thank you so
I'll
much.
be happy to. Thank you.
You're
It was
welcome.
nice to meet you.
Have
Bye.
a wonderful day.
Yes.
Bye-bye. You too.
She was lovely. She's lovely.
Yes, she was.
And so talented. I can't even imagine how. She writes. She has her own press.
Right? She publishes.
Publishes.
Probably
All
does
the
all
things.
does editing too. Wow.
Yeah. Very, very inspiring and
Yes.
impressive. I want to do that too, but with a baby hat on. You know how you can only wear so many hats? Well, what if I have a whole bunch of baby hats on? And I'm like, and this is the one we're wearing today. It's a little baby cowboy hat with a little spring. And then, nope, and we're wearing the baby top hat today. We're fancy.
Why am I getting images of Russian dolls, only hats instead?
It could be a baby.
You know, the
Russian
nesting
doll.
dolls.
We could just stick a baby head on there.
Right.
Just kidding. That would be weird. That would be weird. Just a baby head. Well, because you know how like people say I wear many hats. Well, literally, I do. And I want to, have. I want to do a lot of things.
I know you do.
Multifaceted individual.
Yes, you are.
And you're like, reel it in, Wanda.
Sometimes,
reel
yes.
It in. And I'm like, no. You're like, I'm like, one more magazine? You're like, mm-mm. I'm like, too bad. Already selling ad space on it. It is.
You froze. Okay, there we go.
No, I already started.
I have no idea what you just said. The whole thing froze up for about, 5 seconds.
Oh, I said, I'm like, what about this idea? And you're like, can we back burner that idea? And I'm like, nope, I already started it. You tried it.
There's sometimes you're like, okay, well, back burner this one. Or this one's similar enough to this one where we can fold it in.
Yeah.
That way you're still doing it, but not doing it. I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes I can do that, but I'm like so excited about everything. We're starting we talked about it a few episodes ago, but a luxury car magazine. That's our latest baby we're working on. We got some other behind the scenes, but that one I am so excited about. And it's going to be in Spokane, a Spokane luxury car magazine. And then we're going to move to other cities and have other cities be shown all over the U.S. I don't think Cindy knows this, but it's going to be. She's like, no, I'm going to pick like 2 or 3 cities in each state. And she's like, really? Really? I mean, because why not? Why not? And she's like, oh boy. I figured we'll start in our hometown, my hometown. Were you born here?
No, but I've been here most of my life. So.
Okay, well, close enough then. Start here. I've been here my whole entire life. We can, grow it here and then go from there. And then I figured Seattle's next because, it's Seattle. What are the 2 biggest cities in our state? Seattle and Spokane. So I figured we'll start this one and go to Seattle and go, we can pick from there. And who knows, these might be so big we just stick with these 2. But I just have a feeling we are going to want it. Maybe we'll do an East Coast one. Maybe we'll do, I don't know. It's basically, it can be by city, by state, international.
Right.
We have basically the resources to create any that we want.
Yeah.
So it's exciting. Hey, it's 222. Woo! Angel number. Hi, Tina. Tina will tell me, and that's my brother's favorite number. Hi, Pat, if you're watching, which I know you're not. But Tina will text me or Facebook me. It's 222. Or it's 111. So I had to tell her it's an angel number. And I'm so excited with this new endeavor with the cars, and luxury cars, because come on, we love vehicles, and we're like, yes. And I keep looking at, I decided it's happening. I'm going to get a Toyota Highlander because it's beautiful and I want one. And I'm like, that's it. I'm going to get it in blue. And I've taken a picture of it. It's on my phone because I'm like, I'm a visual person, and I set big goals for myself, and I'm like, that's it. Right. And I'm going to get a Ram truck in blue because why not? A king cab. And, because it tows the most. So it's like if I'm going to get a boat or a fifth wheel or whatever, it tows the most out of any truck. And I'm like, I'm in.
I'm a Ford person myself, so.
I know you are. And I want a Mustang, but that's down the road.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a kitty going to make an appearance. Hello, baby.
Yeah, I want a Mustang too. I want a black Mustang.
A black
And the
Mustang?
only Chevy I like is Impalas. Love
Chevy Impalas are amazing.
Yes. Yes, they are.
There's a cat. Don't.
I see kitty
Okay.
tail. I think that's a kitty tail. I see a long black stretchy thing.
Hi, baby.
Well, not
Yes,
anymore.
it was a cat. I moved her. Like, we don't just want your butt in the shot. We just really don't. There she is. That is Bunny. Hi, Bunny. Hi, Bunny. Bye, Bunny. Hey. She started clawing the couch arm, and I'm like, oh, no, we don't do that here.
Right.
You picked the wrong place. Yeah, so it'd be fun when we get a vacation under our belt. We need a vacation to happen between now and next fall. Not this fall, but next fall.
Yeah, like a real vacation. Not a staycation, but an actual vacation.
No, and actually we go somewhere.
Yeah. I'd love
That
to go
would
back
be
to
so
Florida.
fun.
Then I could meet my nephew.
That's true. When he's still a little baby.
Yeah.
Because he'll be like, depending on when we go, he'd be a year to a year and a half, right?
Yeah. Yep. He was born November 26th of last year.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Little Dex. He's so cute.
Dax.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dex has his Uncle Waylon's eyes. He's so cute.
Yeah. Aww. That is precious.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. I think we should wrap up now. What do you think? Is that good?
I think so too. Yeah. I
Yeah.
think so too.
And happy 21st birthday, Alex. We love you.
Love you, Alex. Happy birthday. Well, belated again.
Belated birthday. And thank you for watching.
Yes.
We hope to talk to you soon. We are airing every Friday at 7 p.m. East Coast time and 4 p.m. Pacific time. And we love you so much. And thank you for watching.
Remember to tune in and reach out to us because we want you to grow and you'll help us grow as well.
Yes. Yes.
Mwah.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
New from Inspired, the Alopecia Awareness Special Edition. Visit laderopress.com. 9 brave souls share their alopecia journey in this Confinement Chronicles Special Edition. Online everywhere. Hashtag I refuse to stop being me. The Alopecia Awareness Edition. Encouraging testimonies birthed out of the 2020 pandemic. Stories written and compiled by NGB and Barty Productions. Published by Ladero Press. Inspired. Reading for the whole person.
When it seemed like the world had stopped, as if our normal would never be again. Confinement Chronicles.
Still, there were those who held fast to hope. These are their stories. From teachers to dads to nurses on the front line, they have chronicled their messages of hope. Confinement Chronicles, now available. Order today on Amazon, also available in audiobook or at laderopress.com.
Confinement Chronicles.